Greetings, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we welcome you all to neighbors, other neighbors on the main line, and to this historic panel discussion and community bonding event. We're going to start with, I'm going to play Lift Every Voice and Sing. Those of you able to stand, you can stand and join us. We do that. And then Mr. King, Bernard King is going to show us something that Mr. Walker, the fire's daughter here, Munir's father, that sleight of hand magic, and he's going to show something that he learned from Mr. Walker. Okay, so here we go. Lift Every Voice and Sing. I'll play the introduction and then you all come in. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to go down the list. Panelists starting with Donna Ali, and as you can read, president of Team Clean and a pioneer and entrepreneur growing up as a person of color in Philadelphia main line. She turned early challenges into fuel for building a purpose-driven business. Today she leads a Team Clean with a mission to uplift others, offering union jobs and second chances to people re-entering society, including those overcoming addiction and homelessness. Would you say a few things about yourself, please? And
Oh, okay, so, speak, oh, speak up, okay.
I can't hear.
Okay, I sure will. That's my boss over there. Yes, I grew up on Preston Avenue in Bryn Mawr, all right, so all you Preston folks in the house. And I own a building maintenance company in Philadelphia. Got my start cleaning houses on the main line. There were a lot of domestics, in Bryn Mawr. And so I kind of followed that path. I did graduate from Wilberforce University, yay, to the HBCU graduates in the house. And so I couldn't find a job in my profession. And I did what my grandmother and my mother and those people that I knew on Preston Avenue to do, and that was to clean houses. And before you knew it, I had hired women from West Africa, and we cleaned all around the main line along with my mother, my cousins, my friends, Christine here, and a lot of others, and we just built the business. And in 3 years, we got to about 55 houses a week. And today, I'm proud to say that we had pivoted many years ago into the commercial cleaning space, and we are now $38 million in sales. Hey. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. And about 750 employees all over the city of Philadelphia.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Rosalie J. Mills Helton was born and raised in Ardmore, PA, right around the corner, Green Avenue, right? To William and Blanche Mills, she grew up in a lively household filled with music. She attended Ardmore Avenue Elementary School and Northern High School. Where in Ardmore Avenue, Ardmore Junior High School, we went to school. She sang in chorus, choirs, talent shows, vocal groups. Her greatest joy was singing with her family around the city. Could you elaborate on this?
Yeah, I was born and raised around the corner there on West Spring Avenue. And that was such a wonderful experience. I mean, I was one of 11 children. I'm number 10. And we had our challenges. But one thing we knew for sure, we were loved, we were cared about. We lived in a thriving atmosphere. We went to the college ground, we went to the playground. We just did things that young people do, but at the same time, it gave us all the tools we needed to grow up to be decent, caring human beings. So that's who I am.
Next we have Jill Hart. She grew up in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, graduated from Harrison High School, attended Chain University and Temple University. Work experience with transportation. I know you used to drive there. They call it T, transportation system in Boston, Massachusetts. License in real estate and insurance. He is presently into computer science and tropical fish raising.
Welcome everybody, brief everybody. My mainline experience was very challenging as a youth coming up in Bryn Mawr. I'm basically a third generation family that was born in Bryn Mawr. So Alfie basically read my little profile. But I came really to answer the questions. I didn't know I had to explain who I was. I had vast experience in, let me just say, people skills. I learned that living here in the mainline. Interaction with all types of folks. And I think I was able to transfer those skills into jobs and other professional areas that I ventured into. And basically, that's about it. I mean, I've been around the block a couple times, married, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I don't have much more to share unless you ask me. I'm really kind of a quiet person, but I will do you in one-on-one. That's about it. And it's an honor to be here with this panel.
Great. Next we have Jimmy Hodge, raised on Preston Avenue, Bryn Mawr, graduate of Haverford High School football and track star. Worked as supervisor at Sun Builders, Scott Paper, Wright Container, FedEx companies, and retired work as a PIAA track official. Made 2 appearances on Bill Cosby's TV show as he appeared as himself as a master track star. Take it away, Jamie.
Jim Hodge, speak up.
Come on.
I'm Jim Hodge, born and raised in Bryn Mawr Hospital. Went to Haverford High School, got involved in sports, track, football, excelled a little bit here and there, enjoyed it to the fullest. Later on in life, I started running again in a master's program, 40 and over. You know, I thought I was going to die when, you know, with this big belly and everything. But that all came down from running constantly. And then at some point, I was running for Philadelphia Masters Track Club, which I became vice president of the Philadelphia Masters Track Club, which at one point Bill Cosby was a member of the Philadelphia Masters Track Club. At that point, I did 2 shows with Bill Cosby, one at Penn Relays and one at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. And then today, I'm just enjoying life. I was on the golf course yesterday. I build puzzles. I'm just enjoying my life, and I'm glad to be here.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, our father also ran track when he went to Haverford.
That's correct.
And if I'm not mistaken, one of his records has still not been broken to this day.
One of his records was broken by me.
Didn't know that. Didn't know that.
So
All
I'm checking
right.
every day.
All right. Okay, Bertha Jackman, a Paoli native graduate of St. Joseph University, is a lifelong advocate for history, education, and community. Her works center on cultural preservation and uplifting Black heritage. She is best known as the church historian at the Mount Zion Church in Denver, where she continues to honor and share rich community's legacy.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I'm just happy to be here, and you know, there's just so much to say, and I'm not quite sure where to begin, but I think I'll begin by saying I'm from Paoli. I'm from the other end of the main line. And my parents were Thomas Shorty, known Shorty Jackman, and my mother was Bertha Elizabeth Krigler Jackman. And I'm the last of 7 children, and actually I'm number 7 and I have number 6 because I have an identical twin sister. So we've been confused, and people, you know, we both answer for each other. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure quite where to begin, but other than the fact that my parents moved up here to Paoli, I want to say like 1936, 1937. So we've been here for a long time. And I did graduate from Great Valley High School, and I was just telling Mr. Hodge, my oldest brother graduated from TE, two different Easttown High School when it was still a high school. And then Conestoga was built, and then my second brother and, and a few others graduated from Conestoga. But when the fourth child was in Conestoga, Great Valley High School was built. So then we lived on the very edge of the school district. So then we all went to Great Valley, and so there used to be a time when Great Valley and Conestoga used to play Thanksgiving Day against each other, and we would be rooting for both teams. But anyway, so I'll leave some more information as we go. Thank you.
Next we have Severin Moses. If you open the automotive right around the corner, Spring Avenue, is a Navy veteran, former Merchant Marine, and graduated from Cheney University. Served as a teacher in Philadelphia School District, and is also an accomplished artist and jewelry maker.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I come again from Western Avenue, like which I consider very homogeneous community back in the 1950s and into the 60s. We were mostly Black, Italian, Irish. Everybody got along.
Speak up. Speak up, I can't hear you.
Everybody got along. I'm number 6 out of 8 in our family. In fact, I'm the only male in the whole family, like 7 sisters. I'm an artist, and I was inspired by the art by my uncle, who was an artist, Paul Moses. And even though I never met him, I was always inspired by his legacy. And basically nowadays, I'm still doing art. I make jewelry, and I do workshops. I also taught art in Atlanta when I was there for about 30 years, I guess. And it's just, like Gil, I just came here to answer your questions. I'll leave it here.
David Watkins grew up in Garrett Hill, neighborhood of Bryn-Mawr. Graduated from Graduate High School, studied violin under his uncle, Louis Van Senior, and attended the Sullivan School of Music and the New School of Music. With his many performances, he was honored to tour with Stevie Wonder during the Songs of the Key of Life album tour.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. This is an experience that really makes me feel very humble, really. And I always look at this when you get this part of the age of life and really appreciate the years and not be mad about anything. I have to thank God for that. And the reason I'm saying this is because I never thought I would ever get to this age to be able to reminisce of what I did years before. Because something about living longer, you get a more insight of what it's about. Really, that's what it's about. So I have appreciated everything the Lord has put in my life. So I base it on the spiritual now, because I'm 83. And I look at life like, thank God that He's let me live this long. And so many people, they don't live long enough to thank God for you going through the path. And you must understand, when you come through this path, you're not a stumbling block. You learn that in the spiritual life. And I thank God for everything He's done for me. And this has been an experience of trying to tell people what to do. He does tell us to tell people. So I'm appreciative of what He has done for me. Thank you.
And by the way, David and my father played in Lansdowne Symphony Orchestra. My father played cello. We also played in the Philadelphia Council Orchestra, which was a black people.
Yeah, that.
Simply Oak School
Yeah.
was existed from 1970 to 1960. And there was a man named William Young from Ardmore, lived, I think, on county line, who was a violinist too. Matter of fact, him and my mother, they graduated from Marbury High School in 1929. Same place. So much for me. All right, Alice Wright. Alice grew up in Wayne, Pennsylvania, and graduated from Conestoga High School. Which high school? Not one of the four high schools?
I went to
I'm
Stratford.
messing with you. Conestoga High School and Eastern College with additional studies at UPenn and Temple University. She has diverse career as well as work with the PA Governor's Commission on African American Affairs and the Department of Environment Protection. Her gospel music plays travel to London and other cities, and also you work for, was your secretary with Cody Anderson on Word, WHAT?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, it's been a long road, and it's only by the grace of God that I'm still here. 81 years old. I feel like I've been hoodwinked. I get up in the morning with the intention of making sure and praying that my 2 grandchildren live to see another day.
Amen.
I went to Stratford Elementary. I went to Tredyffrin, and I went to Conestoga. And the racism that I experienced, it's like I said, it's only by the grace of God that I'm here and that I was able to follow through with what you're saying, listening to the Spirit, and my family encouraging me. My nature is, if I had a gun, I could do the same thing that the young people are doing. Unless it's the case.
I would like to, I would be remiss if I did not mention Craig Whitney. Craig and I, and Wendell Holland, we all initially talked about doing something like this here. And they've been working at it, and we're here today. Also, Debbie Harley has been really helpful, helping with that here. And thanks to Lumira, we were able to be here. Thank you all for coming out.